Hey guys, I got another machine for you. Here's a tutorial on how to use our anterior hip quad developer, and the name is just like it implies. It develops the anterior chain of the body, so you're working on your iliopsoas, your hip flexors, and your quads. It's an eccentric muscle contraction, which is unique because eccentrics, remember, an eccentric muscle contraction means that you are lengthening the muscle while it's contracting. So if you think about running down a hill, that's an eccentric muscle contraction of the quad because your quadricep muscle is stretching while you're engaging it, okay? This is why it's super important. The majority of injuries and muscle soreness happens during the eccentric phase of a muscle movement. This is why this machine is so important. It's not just a leg extension where you're on an open chain movement, meaning that your leg is suspended in space and you're strengthening your leg this way. This is great for just, building muscle, but when we talk about functional movement and we talk about using the muscles, how they're designed, this machine is super duper special, which is why I traveled all the way across the country to pick it up for our gym here at PES Fit. Let me show you how this works. You have to respect this machine and you have to respect your limits, okay? It's an invaluable tool, but you have to use the tool correctly. Okay, so the first thing is it has a couple adjustments. You have a main pad here that adjusts your height. You have an ankle lock here that suspends you, kind of keeps you from sliding. You have this moment arm here, which allows you to determine where you want assistance throughout the lift. And then you have your back adjust here, which kind of goes, midway through the back, wherever you're comfortable. And you have screw locks there. So you want to make sure you're locked in here. Here's your counterbalance. So the more weight you have on this horn, the more assistance you get. While you learn the pattern, I always say, go a little heavier. If you're here, grab someone to help you set up. But also, if you're here training with a partner, when you're just starting to use this, have them watch the video so that you use this correctly. If a trainer's here, like I said, grab a trainer. We'd love to help you use this machine so it could benefit your training and your life. The stronger you are, the easier life becomes. This is why all of this stuff we do is great. It's not just about the exercises, it's about the quality of life. That's why we're here. Okay, enough of that. Let's get started. So first you're gonna load your weight on the weight horn there. Okay, I have a 45, a 10, and a 25 right now. This height you're gonna wanna adjust so that you have a little room. It's gonna sit kind of right behind the leg there. You don't want it resting on your knee. You want it sitting kind of right at the top of the calf there. So you're gonna slide in. Okay, toes are straight ahead. We're gonna anchor this down as tight as we can get it. Okay, make sure that you're locked in there. Sometimes it's a machine, sometimes it's wiggle, so make sure you're locked in tight. We're gonna make sure that our arm is locked in where we want it. Check the screws, always check your screws. Even though these are machines and I maintain them, we maintain them throughout the day, always check your locks, make sure you're good to go. It's a good habit anyway. Okay, so what you're gonna do, start off back against this, legs start straight. You're gonna think about your hips as a bucket, okay? I want you to squeeze your glutes, you're gonna roll your hips forward. Now from here, nice and tall, you're gonna lean back. Start slow. Start maybe just here, get a feel for it, and then come up. Notice my chin. I'm not letting my head drop. Even though we're working the anterior hip, we want to think about our cervical spine, our neck, what is our shoulder, what is our body doing. Our whole body's a unit. Okay, so we're here. Gonna lean back a little more as you get comfortable, and then work your way up. Identify what you feel. Do you feel your hip flexors? Do you feel knee? If you feel discomfort, add a little more weight. If you feel discomfort, maybe have someone review your form. You shouldn't feel discomfort. It's okay to feel challenged or feel like the muscles are working, but you shouldn't feel any pain. Okay, so hips are forward. I'm gonna go back there. Ooh, I'm starting to feel a good burn in my quads, feeling my hips. Now I'm gonna use my hips. Hips come up, come out of that movement. Okay? As I get more comfortable, go a little bit further back. Look at the angle of my knee, okay? I'm comfortable at this weight. So as you start off with this movement, add more weight so that you're comfortable. You don't have to go this far back. You can start, like I said, right around here. If there's no one here and you're deciding that you're gonna push it a little more, where you're just kind of getting comfortable, this is a great attachment. We just put a yoga strap on here, okay? So you use this just as a safety net. Once again, my hips are high, and it's just there, so I have something to hang out with. Okay? This is how you use this machine. Then when you're ready to get out of here, I spoke a little earlier on where you get assistance in the movement. A way you can progress this is you can move that arm back further. So my assistance doesn't start until I hit the pad here. This makes the exercise a little more challenging. okay? Over time, we're talking 6 months. We're talking as you progress. Eventually you would work this without assistance. Remember, it doesn't come overnight, so take your time, respect the machine. Maybe every week to 2, take 5 to 10 pounds off, see how you're tolerating it, okay? When you do a motion like this, you're putting stress on the knee, you're putting stress on some of the ligaments at the end range, so you want to give those muscles and joints time to build up. When we're talking ligaments, tendons, bones, even muscles, sometimes it takes about 6 months before you start to see strength happen. With our cardiovascular system, our lungs and heart, you develop endurance fairly quickly. However, our bones and joints take a little longer to kind of form those lines of stress and get stronger. You have to respect this, do not rush this. Do your due diligence. I hope this video helps you. This machine is great for anyone who sits an office job, because if you think about it, when you're sitting, your hip flexors are short. This is great for anybody who plays a sport where you're leaning forward. Think field hockey, think soccer, think baseball. All of those movements, your hip flexors are shortened. Think about my runners. Runners, when you're running and you're in this stride and you're opening up, it's your hip flexors that help your Achilles accelerate your body through motion. So you want strong hip flexors. This is why this machine is super duper valuable. Add it into your routine. Oh, my bodybuilders and my people who just want to look good and have those beautiful teardrop quads, this is for you. You have to put it in with appropriate programming. I hope you guys have an awesome, wonderful day. I will see you guys around the lab. See you later.